All right, so we're not finished yet, as you can tell. We still have all this here. And we don't even have the bottom cover on yet, but I'm just testing it out right now because we're gonna put the foam sealant, fire foam inside through the hole in the wall. We're using the caulking and everything like that. But what I wanted to show you was, you can see my temperature sensor right there. That is the return. And then for supply temperature, I put the supply temperature down right on that chair, right where my fingers, you see that little black dot on top of the yellow chair. So that's the supply over there. When I started out, the return was 82 degrees up there at the ceiling. Down here at the supply, where this temperature sensor is right there, was 86 degrees over there. And somebody would automatically think, if they know something about heat, why is it hotter down low than it is up high? Well, this is the west side face of the building, and the heat does hit here, but there's a tree right out here. If you could see the branches out here, it hangs over this part of the ceiling in the house. This is all exposed to sun, and what do you see over there? Glass. Big glass right there. So a lot of heat comes in through the glass, and wherever the sun strikes, it heats up that part of the house. So there's a lot of infiltration of heat. And right now I have the blowers, the little vanes inside, they're going forward like that. And you can actually, I put that up for a visual effect so you can see how it blows the air. So when we started out at 86 degrees, within 4 minutes, it was down to 78 degrees. And that was on my phone. So I just pulled out my pad and just started it. And since me starting up the pad and hooking up to the internet, we're now data logging almost 4 minutes. You can see the 4-minute mark down there if it will get clearer. And we're down to 72 degrees down in this area right here. Now that's for this part of the house right here. It was 84 degrees here yesterday. I think it's going to be only 82 or 83 today. Right now it's late in the afternoon. What time is it? You know? Oh, time's right here. We are 4:29, 4:30 p.m. right now. So the house has been saturating, and this wall has been being hit by the sun all day long. Turn the fins over towards the kitchen. So right now, you can see the fins in it, and you'll see them move. I'm not getting focused. There you go. You can kind of see them move right there. So those are the fins. So right now, we're changing the direction of air all the way over to one side. So right now, the fins are aimed over to the hallway and the kitchen, and this whole area over in this direction. You could still see a little bit of movement by the curtain moving right there. Focus. You can still see there's airflow there, but right now we're pushing the mass of the cooling, which is crawling atop the ceiling, over towards, so the heavy air, as the air is cold, it's going to start falling as it goes into that direction, and it'll fall through the doorways, through the kitchen, and down the hallway a little bit. It'll extend out and bring down the temperature of the middle part of the house. And this is only 9,000 BTUs, and this house was built back in the 1940s. This part of the house right here was built back in the 1940s. And then there's addition in the 50s. And so it's an old style house that had insulation added. And of course it has some tree protection over top. And so this is more than sufficient to take care of a house like this for this part of the house. That's all was required to, and then we're still falling. If you look right here, we're down to 71 degrees. Now, since this is the first time air conditioning has ever been installed in this house, and we're in summertime, and it's every day it gets into the 80s and 90s. So all the wood, all the sheetrock, all the furniture, the floor, every mass material is saturated with heat. Everything is radiating heat. The walls are radiating heat. All the interior walls are hot. They've never been cooled down before. So it'll take, like, say 24 hours before you drop the temperature of all the solid mass in the room down to where you want it. Until then, your first 24 hours is the unit working to get the mass of the solid material in the house down to temperature. Once it's down to temperature, it's automatic, it'll start scaling itself back, and you can turn the temperature up to where you want it, and it'll hold it there. And remember, this is only 9,000 BTUs, and it can take care of all this, no problem. All right, and the Apple doesn't want to focus.